What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video today. So, apologies if I sound a little bit echoey because of the fact that I record these when I'm doing these live, guys. They are recorded slightly differently to what I normally do, so the sound isn't as great as like normal. Regardless, though, we're going to get into today's episode. I've decided I'm going to do it live. The reason for that is that there's 3 massive games to come today. If you missed the previous episode of Career Mode, I will show you exactly what you missed. We checked out our Champions League group, which coincidentally, we have one of those games today as well, so we'll check that out in a moment. Let me just say this. The group itself, it's tough. It's a tough group. It's going to be difficult. But if we get through the group, I feel like it'll be quite rewarding. So, without further ado, let's check out that group that I am, calling the group of death, if you will. I am going to call it that because, in my opinion, that is like the toughest group that we probably could have got. So, let's check it out now as I'm scrolling through the menus here, guys. Of course, I'll try my best to make sure I get out of the group, but it's not going to be easy. It will not be easy at all. So, eventually, when we get to the Champions League, which it normally takes a few moments time when you're in this. So obviously, if you missed the groups, I won't show you all of them because you guys will have it in the previous episode. But our group in particular is PSG, AC Milan, and Zenit. I think all 3 of those teams there quite easily could beat us. So this is going to be a tough affair, this one. Let me just say that. So today's episode, as I said, guys, because it's live, we're going to have 3 games. We're going to be playing games against Manchester United, who are actually sat the only other team to win all 3 of their opening games so far. Then we'll play against PSG in the group stage of the Champions League, followed up with a Man City game. So 3 games in the space of a week, and it's City, United, and PSG are the 3 we're playing. So 3 very, very tough games, let me say that. So as we get off in today's episode, let's take a look at the table. That is how it currently looks. 3 wins from 3, 9 points from 9. The only other team to do that, as I said, were Manchester United. City have lost 2 of their opening 3 games so far. So in terms of that one, not as difficult as I maybe am expecting it to be. So let me skip this, actually. Why on earth? I can't remember why I took this international job, but I did. I think it's because it's Brazil. Yeah, I think that's why. So let me skip that to there. So, of course, we don't have to play any more international friendlies. Then we'll get straight into today's episode with the game against United. Hopefully pick up 3 points and continue on to the game against PSG. I'll be back with you in a minute, guys, when we're ready to get into the game against United. All right, guys, actually, as I'm going into this one, I've just realised I'm going to get a short-term loan for this guy here, which is someone from Valencia. He's a 19-year-old left winger, and at the moment, I'm only going to get him on a short-term loan because I want to see how good he is in terms of his weak foot and stuff, and I want to see how he plays. And then if I feel it's fitting, I can go and make a move for him in January or possibly the following window. So I have been looking at a few, young players like I did previously in the Road to Glory career mode in FIFA 17. If you remember in that one, guys, we had, of course, Ollie Hill, who was like a star in the series. But alongside that, we also had Riera Canadell. Now, if you remember, we picked up Riera Canadell for like 600k from, I think it was Ibar. And he ended up being an unbelievable player. So I decided I was going to do the similar thing now. And I was looking around, trying to find a young player who could be like the next, I guess, Riera Canadell, and so I've been looking at a few of them. I'm going to go through and make some offers. We've, of course, got a few young players ourselves, Wilson, Badia Cortez, Morgan, there's a few guys in our team already who have potential, but as of right now, are not really, anywhere near what I would like. So that guy there, 72 rated, isn't too bad, so hopefully if we get him on loan, he might be quite good. We're going into game here against United, guys, and I think for the purpose of this, I'm going to start Kyle Walker-Peters. I think I want Smith playing in the game against PSG rather than this one here against United. I have to kind of consider that we won't be able to play our best team here against United if we want to get off to winning ways against PSG. So I might drop a few people here and there in that kind of, in kind of mind for that game there. So Munier's actually up to an 81 now, which isn't too bad. We've got Rashford, Smolov, Bonaventura, Aaron Moy, Aqua, Ince. You know what? I might drop Marcus Rashford. In fact, I can't play Rashford, can I? Because it's United. So, yeah, Rashford's going to have to be dropped. So, we'll bring on Hill. And we'll substitute Rashford off the bench because I don't want to accidentally bring him on. So, let's substitute him off for Badia Cortez. And let's do it like that. So, we'll have Rashford leading the line at least against PSG. That's something. So, because he's a United player, I made the decision that, of course, we weren't going to need to play against them as loan players. Same for Baba Rahman and Chelsea, which Baba Rahman actually doesn't belong to us that much more longer. He's going soon. So, this game against United, guys, we're travelling to Old Trafford to take on the Manchester club. Truthfully, I don't mind whichever way this one goes. As I said, I'm going to keep the sliders the same for this episode and test it out again. And if I feel that it's too easy, I'll then bump them up and try and make them a bit harder. But there you go. That's the team we've got, guys. It's a very strong squad. Hall in between the sticks. The back four of Babaraman, Holding, Jorgensen, Walker-Peters, Ince, Aqua, Moy, Hill, Bonaventura, and Smolov up front. Of course, we'll check out the United team when we're in game. And let's do this, boys. Let's get 3 points on the board, lads. Don't let me down. Come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is Lukaku warming up. You can see the fans packed into the stadium ready for this one. Bonaventura is the man being shown warming up for us. He had a great start to his Huddersfield Town career, didn't he? He got 2 assists in the opening game against Arsenal for Smolov. And then after that, we did the business. So let's check out the United team like this way so it gets into a bit quicker. It's the same formation played by Mourinho here. He's got De Gea, Smolnikov, Tuanzebe, Bay, Bertrand. He's then got David Herring, of course. Matic, is that Podence? No, who is that in the holding midfield spot? I don't know. Pereira at the left mid, Juan Mata, Lingard, and Romelu Lukaku. Not a bad side, to be fair. I want to know who that is playing centre mid. I can check it out this way. Let's have a look. It is Regan Poole. Interesting. Interesting that that's Regan Poole. I'm a bit surprised about that, playing him at CDM, sorry. So, anyways, might be a weak spot for United. We'll have to keep tabs on that. Without further ado, let's get into game no. 1, United at Old Trafford against Huddersfield Town. Let's go. Good ball from Baba Rahman into Hill. Hill, of course, in place of Marcus Rashford for today, because he's not allowed to play due to him being on loan. Gets the cross away, but it's straight at the Man United defenders. As I said, we've obviously got to keep tabs on this because we've got the game against PSG literally in, 4 days' time after this. So I don't want to keep too many players on for too long that I am considering playing in that PSG game. I need to make sure I'm allowing people to come off when they need to come off, keeping them fully fit for that game. Lukaku's going to win this header every day of the week. Yes, he is. Never going to win that against him. Kyle Walker-Peters, yeah, you had a try and attempt, but it was never going to work for you, was it? Ince, Bonaventura. I mean, if I could get a point from this, I'd be pretty happy with that. So let's try at least to get a point from today's game. Smolov, here we go, on the ball to Bonaventura. Bonaventura, what are you going to do back for us? Gives it off to Ince. Ince all the way back. Let's just try and build from the back first. All right, do you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to change up the formation here. I wasn't going to do this, but the problem is I just can't get into the game at the moment. So we're going to go with a 4-1-2-1-2. I'm not going to go with it wide. I'm going to go with it narrow. I'm then going to bring off... Who should I bring off, though? That's the question here. I think I'm going to put Bonaventura where Hill is. Let's do it that way. Let's bring off Hill, bring on Alexander Isaac, and let's bring off... I actually don't know, you know. Could bring on Hogg and play him instead of... Yeah, let's do that. Well, let's bring on Hogg and move Aqua up there like that. And let's switch to that formation, see if we have any better luck, because thus far, nothing's happening for us. Moy to Hill before he goes off here. He is going to be substituted, but he's got time to make an impact just before he goes off. Now Aaron Moy in the middle of the park. What's he going to do for us? Aaron Moy still on the ball, and still Aaron Moy finds Thomas Ince on this right-hand side. Ince goes inside, looking for Hill. Hill! Oh my goodness me! How good would that have been for him to get a goal just before he left the field of play? It doesn't quite work out that way, guys. I made 2 changes already inside 40 minutes. Tactical changes as well, not something you see every day. 2 quick changes like that. So we have 1 remaining. And then after that, if we pick up an injury after we make it, we'll have to play with 10 men. But yeah, 2 changes. Isaac on. And of course, the other one being Hogg on as well. And we've got Aqua and Moy playing in a 4-1. No, my goodness me. Whoo! Juan Mata goes close. That is ridiculous. That's United's first shot as well. Let me just say that. And they hit the bar already. Crazy. Good turn of place from Walker-Peters. Finds Smolov. And the header is straight at David De Gea. Those are the chances you need to put away, man. Because we're not going to get many of them against PSG. That's for sure. Great turn of pace from Walker-Peters. Smolov, you've got to do better with that header. Walker-Peters now. And this is the problem. I mean, look at United, right? And then look at where my passes are available to me. Like, the man that I want to pass to in the middle is just not there. They have 2 United players around them, marking them constantly. Isaac, here we go, though. Bonaventura in behind, and his shot is also straight at David De Gea. Finishing not the strong point today for us. Aaron Moy with a corner. 15 minutes to go. Whips it in. Rob Holding's there with a header. And again, it's easy for David De Gea. We're having a nice spell of possession here and a nice spell, a little bit of pressure. But it doesn't matter because it's so easy for David De Gea. And United are probably going to score from like one attack here. Let's see. Jorgensen against Lingard. Cross whipped in. Lukaku's going to win that. I knew it. I knew it. Absolutely knew it. It's ridiculous. That should not have gone in. I can only sit here and say well done to Lukaku. But do you know what? That feels so harsh. Admittedly, we were not even in the game. We've not been good enough today. But the thing is, how is that the goal that... Oh, just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Rob Holding doesn't even get off the floor. Lukaku rises highest and from the edge of the area somehow turns his header into the back of the net. I'm fuming. Absolutely fuming. We've been shocking all day. Well, what a way to start the episode off, guys. 1-0 defeat to United. I mean... As I said, we weren't really in the game, but neither were they. I mean, look at those match facts again. This is what's frustrating about this game. You give up one shot on target, and they always score it every time. Anyway, we lost 1-0. I can't even complain. We weren't really good enough. We didn't deserve to win the game, but I don't think we deserve to lose either. That was the main thing. So, yeah, it is what it is, and that's not good for confidence and momentum moving forward into the game against PSG now. So... I don't know what my team's going to look like for that either because I named quite a strong team there and tried my best to get something out of that game and I didn't get anything. So that could have been a bad point for us because now we're going to have to play against against PSG with maybe, you know, a weak side. I guess let's find out. Let's find out how the players look right now and then make my decision. So in terms of our squad for this game against PSG, Bonaventura looks okay, Smolov looks okay, Aqua looks okay, Aaron Moy probably could do with a little bit of a rest. Walker Peters definitely can't start. So let's swap those two around. We'll give Lerva a start at left back. Let's bring in Danny Cicciaro, or however you say it. Let's also bring in Schindler as well. I'm going to actually start Herdecki here because, as I said, he's going to get time on the pitch. Luckily, Rashford can come back in now. So let's swap out Badia Cortez. Put Rashford into the side. Let's start Rashford up front. I don't want to risk injury to Smolov. He's going to be like our Premier League man. As much as he would want to start Champions League games, let's put Rashford up front. I'll start with Thomas Ince. Let's also bring on Hogg there and start him in that position. We'll start Hill at left wing, and if we need to, we'll swap Rashford out to the left-hand side and then put Smolov up front if we need to do that. So, yeah, I mean, that was just not a good performance. And when you're playing against PSG straight after, chances are we're going to get off to losing ways in the Champions League. So let's find out, I guess. Let's just see how we perform in our first Champions League game for Huddersfield Town. I'm going to go in the red here, guys. Against PSG, that's Luke Shaw. They've got Luke Shaw playing left back. So let's check out our team when we get in game anyway, guys. They've got Neymar, of course. Let's see. I'll see you in a minute. All right. Here we are, Champions Cup, and if I wanted to, I could actually watch this play out, because of course, you don't get copyrighted for this one, you only get copyrighted for the Premier League one, unless you speed it up, and I can't do that with Livecom. So, this is going to be Huddersfield Town's debut in the Champions League, I guess, and not the easiest affair here, so I'll tell you what, I can't be bothered waiting. Let's skip through it. I just want to get playing. I want to, you know, put that United loss behind us. So, that's the team. Oh, man. That's such a strong team. Trapp, Shaw, Silva, Marquinhos, Murier. Then you got Busquets, Krykowiak, Verratti, Di Maria, Cavani, and Neymar. That is such a strong squad from PSG. Let's try our best to not lose on our debut in the Champions League. Come on, boys. So, Tommy Smith, not used to marking the likes of Neymar, but that's what he's got to do today. And I'll be surprised, if Neymar doesn't get the better of him. This is good play. Bonaventura in behind, and that is good from Thiago Silva, who stops us in our tracks. PSG playing with a very, very high style of pressure today. They're not giving me too much time on the ball, which is expected. I knew this was going to happen. Obviously, playing against the better teams, you're likely to get slapped, and that's most likely what's going to happen here. So Tommy Smith against Neymar gets the better of him on that occasion. Well done, Tommy Smith. Not to alarm any of you guys, but PSG have basically played this entire first 20 minutes sat in my half. What have we got ourselves in for here? This is a lot more difficult than I was first expecting this to be. So, yeah, we're going to struggle, I think, in this year's Champions League. Good play from Hildo, gets it off to Rashford. Rashford with a turn, looking to find a teammate. Hasn't got one available, and then he ran into Luke Shaw. What a mug. But, yeah, this is going to be really tough. I'm struggling to keep PSG out of my... No... What a pass through to Di Maria, and he whips across towards Neymar. Tommy Smith gets there. Good play. But yeah, we're struggling. Not good signs. It's a PSG free kick here on the edge of our area. Neymar's going to stand over this. Chances are this is 1-0. Chances are this is going back at the net. Never mind, he's played it short. What's he doing? Oh, not like this. Aqua trying to block an attempted shot, even though the shot didn't come in. No. They're going to score. Neymar. Oh, my goodness me. The block in the middle of the box. It's only a matter of time, guys. I'm telling you, it's actually only a matter of time before PSG get this goal. They've been the miles better side, and he's just ridden that challenge so... Oh, no. This is what really frustrates me, guys. The amount of times I make a tackle by pressing B and they ride the challenge so easy. Rashford, though, got pace. Thiago Silva against him, trying to get him off it. Rashford, first chance of the game for Huddersfield, and Marcus has put it wide. I can't believe it. Why did I do that? Forced... Oh, no. I just thought, Rashford, 4-star weak foot. This is 1-0. I should have driven shot it. I tried to curl it, and that's ridiculous. One pass through, and we had our first shot in the Champions League, and we do that with it. Well, mug, that should have been 1-0. That would have got a lot of pressure off me as well, because we were under so much pressure. Now, we're going to be even more. Verratti, how have you done that to me? Oh, and he's missed now. What was that touch from Verratti? That was ridiculous. Just did me like nothing, and then he goes through, should score. Should score, but he doesn't. Man, two big chances for both teams here. It should be 1-1. And instead, it's 0-0. Oh, the half-time whistle goes, guys. I am so nervous about this second half. It's not going to plan today. I don't know why. I'm not playing very well either. But ultimately, PSG have just set up camp in my half. And it's not a nice feeling. I'm actually going to bring on Mounier, and I'm going to put Rashford out to that left-hand side. That's what I'm going to do rather than Smolov for now. He does have a 4-star weak foot, Marcus Rashford, of course, so he can whip the crosses in with either foot and not be too worried. I think for that, I'm going to leave it as it is. Currently, try to get something going in the second half, which I don't see how, because other than the Rashford chance, it's been all PSG, but you never know. One chance is all we need. One chance is all we need to take it. Hopefully, PSG just give you a little bit more time on the ball this time around. Bonaventure, oh, for goodness sake, we won the ball back, and he kicked it straight to a PSG player. And he's done it again. That's 2 tackles I've made in the space of, what, 2 minutes in game? And I haven't come away. That's 3. Okay, we've got the ball. Brilliant. Munier found his way into the box here, and he finds it off to Bonaventura. Bonaventura, oh my goodness me! We have taken the lead in the 90th minute of this game. Oh my goodness. That is Bonaventura's first Huddersfield Town goal that wasn't in the Community Shield, of course. I can't get my words out today. And what a time to get it. At the Parc des Princes against a PSG side that have been dominant all afternoon long. Yet we are the ones to take the lead. That's a great finish, by the way, from Bonaventura. I don't have any words. I really don't. I just can't believe that we have taken the lead in the 90th minute against PSG. Park the bus, boys. Get this 1-0 win home. And there it is, guys. Confirmation that we are taking 3 points away from our first game in the Champions League. Oh, my goodness. I have no idea how we've done that. Really don't. We got battered in the first half, and it could have been easily. I mean, match facts-wise, that doesn't do it justice because, you know, even though PSG didn't, you know, create that many chances, they still put pressure on us. We had to defend, you know, in that first half. And we came back in the second, at least gave them a bit of a better game in the second half. Our first half wasn't great. But truthfully, I don't know how we've come away with that victory. Zenit and Milan playing out playing out a 2-2 draw, in the other game in the group. So as it stands, Huddersfield Town, after one game in the Champions League, are top of the group stage. Crazy. All right, guys, so deal done for Abdelhakim Halashe. If we do sign him, I'm going to get just, that name. Anyways, so he'll join in January for a short loan, and then he'll go back to his parent club. And then, of course, we can try and sign him in the summer window if we wish to do so. But regardless, we've got our final game of the episode to come here against Manchester City. I'm going to play a strong side for this one because I want to get the victory, of course, having lost earlier on to United. We don't want to lose another game here, so let's put Rashford out on the left and let's move Smolov back up front where he should be. Aaron Moy back into the side for Jonathan Hogg. I think this, I'm going to actually take off and we're going to start healing this one. Holding goes back in for Schindler. Move those two around. Lur goes back out for Baba Rahman. And I'm actually going to keep Tommy Smith in there. Let's do that. I think everybody else, that's pretty much the strongest team we're going to have. So, back to the Premier League now. In fact, I need to put Hall back in the side. I've just realised that goalkeeper is still in there. We need to put Hall back in. So, back to the Premier League. Back to winning ways, hopefully against City. Let's find out. Alrighty, guys. Here we go. Final game of the episode at home against Manchester City. I think they lost their, what was it? Lost 2 of their opening 3 games. So, I mean, they didn't start off very well, but their team, of course, is still very strong. That is it. Bravo. Back 5. Their back 5 isn't the strongest, though. Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, Gundogan, Muller, and Aguero. It's that forward, combo of Muller and Aguero. And the midfield 3 that are really the most kind of worrying. Other than that, I think their defence is fairly shocking. So hopefully we can have a good day at the office today. Without further ado, it is the final game of the episode coming up. 3 very big games in today's episode, actually. 1 win, 1 defeat. Both of them being 1-0. That's a great tackle on Aaron Moy against his former club. Can we make it 2 wins and 1 defeat? Or are we about to draw? Or are we about to lose, in fact? Let's find out. Smolov already in behind. This is great. Oh, what is that? Why did I run it straight out of play? What a mug I am. All right, corner to City inside 10 minutes. Not the start that I'm looking for here. Don't concede, boys. Gundogan whips it in. It's punched out by Hall, not caught by Hall. And we can't clear it with Aaron Moy. And Yaya Toure picks this one up. And it's to the edge of the area for City. Managed to block the attempted back heel, but it's going to come back to them here. Now Muller again. This time it's straight into the hands of Hall. Good work from our goalkeeper that time. Hill to take it away now. Can we break is the question mark. Not really against 5 at the back. It's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, City starting off with a chance. We're still trying to work our first one of the game. So let's find out if we can do that. I don't know why, but the teams I'm playing against in today's video and today's episode are a lot more aggressive in the tackle. They are not giving me any time whatsoever to pick my spot and passes, which is something that I was expecting, but like it hasn't happened recently. I've been having more time than I was expecting to. Rashford in behind. Rashford! Oh my goodness, what a finish from Marcus Rashford. That's what we needed. Right on the stroke of half-time, 45th minute cheese. Marcus gives us the lead. You beauty. And as the fans go absolutely ballistic, let's see how this one panned out. So, Bonaventura picks it up here. It's another assist for him. Little ball through the middle. And there is Marcus on hand to strike it with that left foot of his. Off the bar, into the back of the net. Huddersfield Town lead on the stroke of half-time. Very good indeed. Other than that, we've managed to cope with the threat of Aguero and Muller up front. And we've managed to just about do what we've needed to do to get into the lead in this game. But I have to admit, like, I haven't even touched the sliders. And already, this episode has felt harder than the previous ones did. I don't know if it's because I'm not playing very well. That could be it. But yeah, unless they did a patch or something that I don't realise. Because this is feeling a lot more tough than I was used to it being in the last episode. So, I mean, it's good to see, but it's not making me doing me any favours because I'm having to work a lot harder in order to take the lead in this game. I'm living on a dangerous rope here now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm giving the ball to my teammates and giving it far too close to the City players as well. Ince cuts this one back to Aqua. Aqua to Hogg. Hogg with a lot of space actually here. Hogg. Oh, what is that pass? What was that? That was meant for Rashford, guys. And he just kicks his... Oh, dearie, dearie me. Toure riding that challenge as if it didn't even... Oh, I'm done. I'm so done with this game. Admittedly, I shouldn't have given the ball away. But this is what happens so many times to me. And, oh, I can't be bothered. Oh! Watch this, guys. This is what I mean. They ride tackles so easily in this game. Here, I shouldn't have given it away. But Holding gets the ball and then gives it straight back to Toure. How many times do you need to tackle somebody in this game? The amount of times that AI ride the tackles in this year's game, it's ridiculous. They need to patch it. Because no way in real life would you get this many bounces. And I tell you, I have it so much in this game. It's ridiculous. Can't believe we've ended up with a 1-1 draw there. That's ridiculous. We only get a point from that game. Oh, man. What am I doing? Why am I playing so... Oh, I mean, admittedly, I had 2 shots, none of them on target. So, But the other bit of that is that chance that City just had shouldn't have happened. It really shouldn't. Holding got the ball. And if Hogg, that pass where he just gave it straight back to the City player, had actually played Rashford in, maybe we would have scored to make it 2-0. But we didn't. And we get a point. So, thus far in the episode, we've ended up with 1 win, from the game against PSG, a defeat and a draw, which that is not very good at all. So that's where I'm going to end today's episode off anyway, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it regardless. If you did, a like, rating, greatly appreciated as always. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an upsy down, turvy, whatever episode. It's been crazy. I don't know. I just don't know what was wrong with me. I wasn't playing good FIFA, and the game just felt difficult. I don't know. Anyways, that's how we end it off. Third place. It is what it is. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. I'll see you all for another episode of this, guys. Probably Sunday, maybe now. If you're watching this on Friday, because of course we're going to have My Player and Ultimate Team out tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you all again on Sunday for another episode. Let me know if you would like me to do more episodes live or if you prefer them as postcoms. Let me know in the comments anyways, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow at 4 p.m, guys. No double upload today. I'm going to be at my other parents' house, so that's the reason why. So catch you all tomorrow from 4 p.m, guys. See you all then. Adios.